Welcome to episode 4 of Coaching with FitzBro, or FitzBro Coaches, or whatever we call it. For this game, we've got Tick House has submitted a game. He is playing as the Deli Sultanate versus I Am Crawfish, playing as the Chinese. And Tick House's rank is, I didn't type it in right, is 25,682. So about 25,000 is what we have to look at. And how this works is we'll be giving constructive criticism. I'm currently live on Twitch. So if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you come over and say hello. But if you're on YouTube, leave your comments below in the description on how you think Tick House could improve from this game. But we're going to be looking to see how we can help him out. Of course, we get to look at the lovely Tang Dynasty the whole game. So here we go. Playing this Deli. I see he has started here with a mosque. He has 2 builders on that mosque. I like putting multiple builders on the mosque. Oh, he's putting 1 on the mosque. Okay, that's fine. Sometimes I try to put 2 on there. And going for the berries. It's Deli. You get that buff. Okay, so this is good. Okay, let's see what he's got going on here. Look at that golden statue. I don't even have that yet. Damn, look at that thing. It looks good. Okay. Why'd you build your house way out here? I would try to build it on the path of villager. Maybe that was just the right, but maybe walked a few steps to get there. I think you got the scout moving a little bit sooner. Okay, now you want to queue up the sanctity as fast as possible. Now, I know I forget sometimes. 3 on wood to start. Curious. We got 5 on food. I like to go at least 6 to food first before I move more to wood. If you're going to go multiple. Sometimes I go more on wood. Sometimes I go straight to gold. Kind of depends. But I prefer to go 6 food, 2 wood, and then put 1 to stone. Or to gold, rather. So we don't have anything in queue yet. So I know I sometimes forget, but you want to get the sanctity as fast as possible. This is a great map for taking some sacred sites. So it would be nice to get this out quickly. Okay, so he's got 3 on wood, 6 on food. Still no techs in queue. So at this point, this is a costly mistake. We want to get this stuff, particularly this one. Okay, he's got 7 on food. Pulling some off of wood. You can do that. I mean, there's different ways you can play this H1. I personally like to, whoever I send to wood, keep them there. I don't like to spend the walking time and walk. I'd rather keep them on wood because you can work towards that early barracks to get some spearmen out to go defend those sacred sites, or keep getting the wood so you can go out and build some early towers in transition. I don't know if I would have walked these guys. And if your plan was to do this, and maybe it wasn't, maybe it was just a remacro, leave them on here and just put the new ones onto gold, just as far as your walking time. Okay, so 8 on food. Let's put some guns gold. This is fine. Man, that's a far wood line. Actually, you know what? I think you should have built your first lumber camp here. I don't know if you just didn't see it, but that's a long way to walk for wood. And not to mention risky if he comes in and raids you. I think go for this close wood line would have been better. Saved you villager seconds. Saved you time. Got your H up faster, etc. Tang Dynasty! So 9 on food. I don't think you need to go 9 to food. I think every villager should be going to wood at this point, if not to gold, to get that age up in. I kind of wish these guys hadn't walked. Let's speed up just a little bit. Okay, so time to age up. Just about. There we go. Time to age up. Let's see. What's he do? Okay, he pulled off guys off food. He'll put his Dome of Faith. Ooh. So would have liked to build that there if you're going to walk your villagers over there. Just a few things I've seen here. I think you could maximize your villager seconds by you want to just not have them making unnecessary walks. He's going to be walking. Look at this. Villager seconds. Get these sheep right up against, as close as you can get the towns there. I know it's hard sometimes. But this is going to cost villager seconds. Just maximize not walking around. Minimize walking around? I don't know. Describe that poorly. But let's see here. We got some food. We got wood. 4 on gold's fine. You're building a house. You got your house. Okay, so macro is fine right now. I'm okay with this macro. I'd be putting all new ones onto wood. I mean, so ideally at this point, you should be just about done with Sanctity, going out the map and grabbing this first sacred site. What I've been doing lately is going for an early tower. Go out, build towers on those sacred sites, and it really can defend them. You also want to be scouting and seeing what the China player is up to as he gets to the second age. You are close to him, so maybe you'll run by that town center. We'll see. Okay, so he's reached the feudal age. So right now is a good time to go and scout, actually. He's reached the feudal age. You can go see what military building he's dropping down, in which you would see if he even has a military building. And oftentimes China players will just boom. So I'd be sticking around seeing, is he building any military? Because honestly, for you, at least like my opinion, is I like when China sits back and boom, because it's just easy real estate for sacred sites for me. I'd be out here like, cause ideally you should be already capturing a sacred site. But hopefully you do here in the next stage. We'll have to see what happens here. But if he doesn't make any military, like those sacred sites are free. It's 600 gold per minute if you get all 3 of them. Let's speed up just a little bit. So going for a barracks. Now I'm wondering, so going for barracks, that's fine. That's fine. I would be scouting to see if he has an archer range right now. Because since you're getting, like, I'd be okay making the barracks a little earlier in the spearman, but you've only now hit the age 2 and you're only just now putting down this barracks. He could have archers out right now, which could make your life pretty miserable. I would rally these out, like have a plan on what's going on here. Now look at this. He is trying to counter your sacred sites. Look at this. So if you had built this barracks earlier, instead of pulling these guys off of wood, keep them there. Get your wood. Sometimes, often I'll go for an earlier first age, get that wood, get a barracks, get out there and harass. Like you could have prevented this if you were out here right now. If you did scout at least. Okay, so you got some gold here. Are we going for the sacred site? So you have your Sanctity Inn right now. You know he's got a tower here. I would just walk back here. I mean, he's rather close. What is the sacred? What, is that just where he built that? It's close? I feel like that's close to him. I feel like it's a little close to him. Oh, this is nice. Look, some free siege. This is nice. Okay, so going for sacred site. I think this one's a little risky. If he shows up with any archers, you're going to lose all of this. This one's easy to get. Just go take that one. And in fact, oh boy, eject scholar. Like, go get that sacred site right now. You almost got that tower, actually. Interesting. Okay, so we've got the sacred site. This is good. I always eject a scholar. Go get this. Like, this is easy, free one. He's not going to be on. And you could even wall it in or tower it or something. So take that sacred site. This is a nice map that has that kind of like pocket. They're building some walls now. But here's exactly what I was saying. Look at this. What are you going to do now? You got the sacred site for like a few seconds. He's going to kill all of this. Pull back right now. Cancel all these walls. So we can talk about like what could have gone different, but let's just talk about from this point. What do you do? What do you do, right? Ideally, you could have had these already, had some towers maybe out there, but now you're in this situation. Got 1,000 food, got 400 gold. He's got a few archers. So you can either commit to fighting in the second age right now, or you can age up. You've got the food to age. He's only got a few archers that you've seen. Oh boy. I don't know if I would lose villagers like this. I think he'd pull this back, because he's not going to do any damage. Like, what's he going to do? This spearman's just going to die. Don't just sacrifice spearmen. Oh boy, don't go over there. Pull this back. Get inside town center. Go back to food here. Just go eat these sheep right now while you wait. Like, you don't need gold right now. Gold's not too much. Okay, you can age. Like, throw that. Honestly, I would just age. Throw that Dome of Faith down. I'm sorry, the Dome of Faith, the House of Learning. Age up. Kill some village. Like, he doesn't have a force to push you off. There you go. I like this. You're taking the sacred site. Wolf's attacking you. You want to click him around, try to run away so to minimize the damage you're going to take from that wolf. I'd say right now I'd age. Are you aging? He does not look like you're aging. 11 idle villagers. What's going on here? What's going on right now? I don't know. I don't know. This concerns me. Okay, so a lot of idle vills. And I don't see you like microing anywhere. Like, nothing's happening right now. Okay, here's the House of Learning. Get these villagers back to work, hopefully. Still a lot of idle villagers. So you want to decrease this. Make sure you've got a hotkey set for your idle villagers. I use spacebar because it's the biggest key. Easy to hit. I think that could be nice. Oh, still a ton of idle villager time. So you're aging right now. I would maybe grab some gold and try to go for some man-at-arms here, or knights, or both. Like this, they're going to do fine. Looks like he's committing to making a few archers, which doesn't indicate to me that he's trying to age. He might be now. No, he's not aging. Did he go for dynasty? He did go for dynasty. I mean, I think at this point, there you go, tower. I like the tower. See, this will box, but build the tower sooner. Don't wait till his archers are here. If his archers are here, pull us back. There's no reason to sit here and lose these villagers right now. Like this one, when you stood there, like you'd been better off just coming back. Don't lose archers there. So he's picked off a few of your archers. Let's see military units killed. There you go. Look at this. Look at this count. Oh, man, don't do this. Don't do this. He's going to pick off your villagers. You're not going to finish the tower either. Yeah. Losing a lot of villagers. But that tower doesn't gain you anything right now. I would just wait till your age up. Throw more villagers on here if you want to. And just, you train one knight, one man arms, like he's going to be in some trouble dealing with you. What happened back here? We lost the sacred site. How did we lose the sacred site? A scout took it? Go back and grab that. Okay, but you know his archers kind of move in this direction, so I'd be a little bit afraid about this. I would maybe move my scout down here to see if he's moving, and let's see if he is. Okay, he's not, luckily. Okay, there he is. Okay, so you've lost a lot of villagers, but you're still in an okay spot. Don't lose more villagers! Okay, lost a lot of villagers. You're going to be way behind in villager count, but you need to press some military. I'd be training a knight and a man-at-arms. You got a knight. You train up a knight here. Don't let the side out. This is going to take 3 of these, right? You also ungarrison your scholars. Put them inside here. It'll double the protection here. He cannot kill your man-at-arms and knights with this little army. So that's something you could do here. Get these guys out. Just hit D to return them to work. I'm not sure if you're using that hotkey or not. It looks like maybe you didn't because they were running out this way. I'm not exactly sure. But a G, everybody, just so you know, G will make it so they seek shelter. And then you can press D and it makes them jump, go back to work. I highly recommend using that if you don't. Because it gets really weird otherwise. Okay, so right now you're behind in villagers, lost a lot of villagers. I'd be trying to go pressure this, but you know he's going to have these defensive landmarks, which he does. What can you do here? What can you do here? Man, your income's just going to be so low, it's going to be hard to even make anything. Chat, what do you think? So, if you're in this position, you've lost this many villagers, what do you do? How do you get back in this game? I'd say you almost have to try to go for another town center. Like, throw all these guys on stone. You got the wood. I feel like you've got to try to get your eco back in this game. And you got to have the sacred site. I think you're in a very hard position here. Like, this is going to be really hard to come back from. You've got these, but he's killed so many of your villagers. I think your only hope would be to like throw down 2 town centers. I'm not even kidding. I think 3 town center, boom. He's not going to be able to push you with his army for right now. I would take knights right now and be raiding the shit out of him. Like, let's go see if you could have raided anything. It would have been hard. He's got this pretty locked down. You could have been over here poking this. But you could have done something. You could at least make sure he's not by you, right? By putting some knights in his base, he's going to pull back. So train a few knights, go out and start and actually, I think that's your best tactic. And I think that's what you should do. If you were ever behind in a game, like so far behind villagers, your best bet is to try to have a super greedy boom and raid. Raids can get you back in games. Even if you're not getting villagers, keeping him away from you. So you could be over there right now with knights. Try to take control of the sacred. I think you could take your man arms up and easily contest and have 2 sacred sites right now with gold. You want to get, by the way, hone blades. You want to get this right away. It gives you +3 to your knights and man at arms. But these guys are just sitting here. Get them down here and start raiding. You got this. Hopefully you're going for the second one right now. But I would have moved man arms out. With your knights and man arms, you could take this out, contest the sacred sites. So that's 600 gold per minute. You've got, look at your macro right now. You're just banking food and wood. Pull guys off wood if you need to. But honestly, I would pull all these guys off food, go to stone, and try to drop 2 town centers. If you've lost that many. At least get a second town center at the very least. Or even like, you get the keep upgrades. You can train villagers. So you could go for stone, drop a keep, boom, right here mid-map. In priority, maybe build a mosque right there to get the mosque Wi-Fi. You've already got... that wouldn't have been a terrible idea, actually. You've got 2 mosques fully here. I would build a new lumber camp, by the way. You don't want them to be doing this walking time. So build a new lumber camp here. But you could have put a keep mid-map, which would have held this down, and then you could have got the upgrade where you could train villagers out of it. And so that could have kind of been another town center. And it would hold that sacred site for you, which, let's be honest, sacred sites are villagers, right? Think of how many villagers that counts, 600, 400 gold per minute. And, that's fine. So I would say you could get back in this game. But China's booming. He went for a dynasty, and you haven't even scouted him. You don't even know that he's got the dynasty, which you can guess he probably does if he stayed this long in H2. So he's got, with that Tang dynasty, minus 35% villager production. Let's look at this. So you've got 36 villagers. He's sitting on 51. That's a huge difference right now. So there is a research at the keep. It takes a while to get it. That's why I'm saying build the mosque next to it to get the Wi-Fi. it allows you to train villagers from it. You can train scouts too. And I think that would have been worth it. Yeah. But I think you could have thrown, like, what are you doing with this food right now? Nothing. Look at all the wood you have. Throw all these guys on stone. You got stone right here. Take the stone and go build a keep mid-map. Boom. And then get that villager upgrade. Meanwhile, also dropping a second town center. Long distance logging. This is really costing you time over time. So you could be raiding around these knights. So I think a lot of things could be happening right now. Raiding with these knights. I don't know what you do with those gold. Are you trying to go to the next stage? I'm not really sure. You don't want to have, you do not want to have res in the bank. It's not doing any good. The only time you should be banking res is if you're trying to age up. And now you've waited for him to get castle age to just now come out. This whole time you could have been harassing him with these knights, or at least getting an intel on what he is doing. But so if okay, let's say in the situation it happens, you look down, you're like, oh shit, wait, look at all this res I have. Go drop multiple buildings right now. So whether you're committing to cav or you're committing to men-at-arms or to siege units, I think there's arguments for any of those. Honestly, we know Springolds are game. I think you should be going for siege units and man-at-arms is what I generally like. But drop down some military buildings right now and spin this res. Spin this res. Yeah, because those reses aren't doing any good. Now, he's got a decent mass of archers here. I'd be a little hesitant to engage that right now, but go around them. Like, get him to chase you. Go up here. Go see what's going on. Let's see if he's up here. Yeah, like, you could have been harassing this. He's got nothing to garrison in. You could have ran in, poked a few villagers. And those night raids can do that. Go in, poke a few villagers. Go in, pick a few villagers. Yeah, but this happens to everyone. It happens everywhere on where it's like you accidentally suddenly have a ton of resources. If you get in this situation, throw down a bunch of military buildings right now and spend it. Don't sit there. And aging right now is not going to help you. There's no reason to be saving age. You need to get some units out in the field. He could be pushing, and you don't know what he has. Like, train one scout and send it in there. See what the heck he's doing. Would have been nice. Okay, getting another mosque. Not a bad move. Getting those techs in. How many blacksmiths? I'd put a second blacksmith down. You've got the wood for sure. Put a second blacksmith down. You're behind. I'd even say put a third blacksmith down. You want to get these techs in. Oh, but yeah, right now, honestly, he had a big upper hand with villagers. I'm surprised he sat back. I guess he can sit back and just win. Elephants. I mean, if you got this much res, yeah, spam out some elephants. But you're going to need to protect those things. Yeah, man-arms and Springolds is generally good, though. I don't know why you haven't taken this sacred site. I think you could have had that this whole time. Okay, picking some relics. I like to see that. So I think, I mean, at this point, no matter what happens going forward, I think we have a lot of things to improve on. Don't lose villagers, number one. Yeah, I think you lost village. It's one thing like when someone's raiding and villagers get picked off. It happens. But you lost villagers that were easily could have been escaped from battle. You lost villagers building these towers. A lot of them. And that could have been avoided. Build the towers before they arrive with archers. You know he's going with the archers. Slap this bad boy down. China goes with archers a lot in Second Age. Build some lumber camps closer to your wood lines here. If you lose a ton of villagers, you got to make a plan to get them back. So whether it's putting down 3 town centers, 2 town centers, getting a keep, getting the villager upgrade, whatever it's going to be, do something. But you should be pressing. You were in Age 3 before him a long time. You could have been harassing him with these men-arms and knights, and he's got little answers to it. Yeah, sure, you could try that. Nah, honestly, trying to convert archers is not really a good idea. He's just going to pick you off as soon as the second you try it. Oh man, I hate walking through these stealth forests because you don't know what you're about to run into. Did you perhaps garrison your... Did you garrison your monk instead of putting the... Because if you garrison the monk before you drop the relic, it doesn't... you don't get the benefit. Yeah. Now, so like what you're doing right now, just running through, like this could have been earlier, just like running through, disrupting. Even if you're getting idle time, it's good disrupting. So like I kind of like what you're doing here. I wouldn't commit to trying to siege anything. Just keep running, try to find his villagers, pull them off, split your knights. So you got a knight here and a knight here, and a knight here, and just like that's what you could have been doing in the Second Age. Yeah, I wouldn't lose your knights to this. Hey, you're running. Wait, this is good. Keep running. What's going on back here? Sacred site still just sitting there up for grabs. Yeah, run away. Yeah, here, picking a few villagers. See, like, this is, you could have been hitting this wood line, I think, earlier. Would have been really nice. Losing a few villagers back at home, not noticing it. This happens. You did pull them, though. This is okay response time. You got knights just for sitting here, though. Going for stone now. Be interesting to see what you were going for. A keep, maybe? Again, lumber camp here would have helped. You're going to have a... honestly... Sometimes, like, if you've truly just banked this much res, though I said, like, you could have just pumped out units. You just looked, he doesn't have a ton of stuff. You could go H4 right now. You could. Only reason I say that is because Delhi, oh man, you should have all of these by now. You've got so much resource time. Like, look, it takes 1 minute to get these. Go down to our blacksmith. Because for Delhi, it's in your interest to make sure something's researching at all times. So if your buildings are sitting idle and you have the res to age, you should age in general. But still, not enough military buildings. Need more military buildings. He doesn't have that impressive of a mass here. You could still, honestly, make an army and wipe him. Okay, so all attention's on that right now. What's going on up here? He's coming in to raid you. So yeah, right now he's going to push up, and you're just not going to have an army, and that's what's going to happen here. You got the stone. You almost could have dropped a keep, but it looks like actually 5 stone shy. Isn't it 800 stone to make a keep? Oh my gosh, that sucks. Hey, don't let that happen. This is good. Stopping him from building this. This is good. Run away, run away, run away. Don't fight. Okay. Oh, he's going to fight. Oh, he's coming. Okay, this is good. You got out of there. Okay, now, all things considered, we're to this point. You're at the 21 mark, and you've got 3K of each res in the bank. It's not good. It's not good. You've got that in the bank. His army's approaching. If I was you, I would be spamming down some military buildings right now and ejecting scholars, putting them in those military buildings, and trying all I can. Honestly, Springgold spam. You could spam the shit out of some Springgolds right now, and it could kill everything he has, to be honest. You could put a few man-at-arms on him to tank. But, like, if you had, like, throw down 4 artillery foundries right now. Or siege workshops. Change for Springgolds. I wonder if he was in the later age. I like to say, like, even though, like, yeah, you're in the situation. Yes, there's things that could have gone better. Oh boy, these guys have been idle for a long time. Long time. Make sure you got that. Make sure you've got that idle villager hotkey. Don't let your villager sit idle. Are you using hotkeys? I'm not seeing them pop up. I'm not sure if it actually shows me. But I've got this feeling you're not using any hotkeys. Word permit. I'm sorry. Am I talking too fast? Like this, using the mosque healing. I mean, honestly, right now, you could pick up this stone like with your 27 idle villagers. You could get 5 stone and drop a defensive keep. Would be nice. So, okay, first of all, watch my hotkey guide on YouTube if you haven't. It'll help you out. I highly recommend everyone use the grid layout. The grid layout. It takes a little bit used to, but it's so natural. It's so natural. I love the grid layout. So this top row is the top row of your keyboard. Q, W, E, R. So your fingers should be resting, right? Home keys, A, S, D, F, right? There you go. That's the top row. This is the second row of your keyboard. A, S, D, right? And then so on. This is Z, X, C, V. So those are hotkeys, super easy to use. And the only way, it's hard at first, but just seriously, and if you want to play against the computer first, and only use hotkeys. Don't click buttons. Now, I still will click buttons every once in a while. It's not a big deal. But try games where you force yourself. You're only going to, I'm never going to click Q. I'm never going to click Q. I'm never going to click a villager. I'm going to force myself to this. Use the hotkeys. And you don't need to go out. You don't have to go crazy with control groups. For me, I like 3 unit control groups. I don't often even use all 3. And I like to have at least 2 buildings. So usually I'll put in, so let's say what you got right here. I would put barracks, shift 4. I would put my stable, shift 5. So you got 4 and 5. That's going to be all your military you're producing right now. If I throw down a siege workshop, you can put 6, but you don't even have to, right? You don't even have to if you don't want to. I use 1, 2, and 3. So you could have all your knights in group 1, men-at-arms, group 2, shift 2. And then Talent Center. We didn't talk about Talent Center. I remap my back mouse button in my, I have a Steel series, or if you got Razor, whatever you got, you can remap buttons, and I've remapped my back mouse button to be the number 9. So I do shift 9. So my town center is always back mouse Q. Back mouse and Q is a villager for me. And if I add a town center, I'll do shift Q. I got 2 villager. I got 2 town centers select. I think that shit could really help you. Control plus, control minus selects all villagers. There you go. That's a great hotkey. Yeah, there you go. All idle villagers. So if you mix up your control groups, just to hit control and then the number. And so if I say I've got villagers, say look right now. Oh, I can set, look at this. So see how I've got them in 1 right now? It's like, oh shit, I didn't actually want my villagers in 1. I can select all my knights and do control 1 and it'll reset that group. And so now these guys are no longer in this group. So I would use some grid hotkeys. Would make that's just the sense I get here because it feels like not your stuff isn't moving. You got a lot of idle villagers, but spacebar will take you around all those idle villagers. Look at that. See how nice that is. Shift click the villas out of the group. So you can't. I've heard you can do that. So you can go like this. How do you do that? How do you? Hold on. I've never done this before. How do I shift click them out of the group? You can shift click the villas. Oh, can you do this? I don't know. How do you shift click the portrait? Okay, shift and click. Oh, is that remove? Oh, you can. I see. Oh no, it's just, okay. It's the same thing I was saying. I got you. So if you have them all, say these guys are all in group 1, you select your group 1, shift. Now Matt Monk's not in that group. I do control 1 again. Now he's gone. I don't think it actually removes them from the group. Yeah, because they're still in group 1. Yeah, you still do the control 1. Anyways, looks like that's gonna be in that game, but hopefully this was helpful. A lot of feedback, and I bet there's a lot of people who have the same stuff going on. I think we had a lot of general things that are the nice thing about what we saw here. So many easy things to fix. Start using those hotkeys. It's going to change your life. Minimize your villager walking time at the very start of the game. Prioritize these sacred sites. Delhi is not an easy game, not an easy civ in my opinion. And I think if you're like the general mechanics of RTS here looks like a little hard right now. You really need to work on that stuff if you're going to be able to focus on the next level stuff, which is okay. How am I truly going to control these sacred sites? It really is a challenging civilization, and you really have to be on top of all of your micro and macro in your base if you're even going to start to worry about capturing these. But easy, low hanging fruit. Go out and grab the sacred site. Train some early spears. Contest the sacred site. Put a tower here. It'll make your life a lot easier. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed episode 4 of FitzBro Coaches, where we take viewer games and we coach them. And if something I missed, leave it down in the comments, or if it helped you out, let me know. And I do this periodically live over on twitch.tv/FitzBro. And chat is saying bye-bye to YouTube. And hope to see you guys in the Discord. Thanks for watching.